Speaks is the name at the end of the day. People love me or hate me, I don't care either way. Breast cancer busted through like a leaf in the night. A cancer's ass was knocked out before the end of the fight. A champion coming through, knocking everything out. It's just hard if you see, I do nothing for clout. Just like cancer, I'll let nothing take me out. So be respectful when you step foot inside of my house. Or prepare to have your ass escorted on out. So hop up out the bushes, wipe your feet, take a seat, and get comfortable and chill with your girl. Survivor Speaks, yeah. Hey, hey, hey. Who, what? I'm Survivor Speak. What time is it? What time is it? What time is it? It's time for you to hit that like and subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so you get a notification each and every time that I go live. Yeah, it's Survivor Speaks and it's showtime, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being here. Peace, peace, peace. This video is being shown to you under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowances is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, education, and research. Fair use is permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Smash that like button. Let's go. What's up? It is your girl Survivor Speaks, and I'm back with the live video. Y'all hold on 1 minute now. Nessa, what's up? I'm glad you're here. I just need for you to stay here at least until I check the. I'm trying out the system again. So let's see if it do what it do when we get to the video. So give me a 1 in the chat, Nessa, if you can hear me. Let me, I have it up on my phone. Hopefully this stays up. I can't even use my other monitor because right now, yeah, it's a different thing that is going on with what I was told could possibly be the issue with this system. So give me a 1 in the chat, Nessa, if you can hear me, please. And shout out to everybody else that's here. I didn't even get my music over here, y'all. Hold on. Let me see if I can get my music over here. Now, where you at, no one? Where you at? He's somewhere. I got it downloaded, but it sounds a little quiet. And I'm gonna need to get the one up over here. So let me just see. I can't even remember where it is. But, because it's just already up on my other system. Give me more. Thank you. Shout out to you for rejoining the membership. I did see that the other day. You can rejoin the membership and when I was off. So I do appreciate you for that, and I did see that. Give me more. If you heard me say thank you to you, please put a 1 in the chat. Please put a 1 in the chat. Give me more if you can hear me. If you heard me say thank you, give me more. Please put a 1 in the chat. Let me get over here and check and see if y'all can hear me. Because for some reason, I don't think that y'all can hear me. Hold on. Oh, you got me. Okay, give me more. Thank you. I did see you. I said, oh, give me more to rejoin the membership. I do appreciate that you for that. I have a screen that I'll be playing for you in a minute for rejoining the membership. I don't have a tracker running right now. I'm trying out a new system every time we try it. We don't have any luck with it, but I got some feedback, so I'm going to see it. It works until we get to the video portion of it. Eula sister, what's up? I did see your comments the other day. Some of you may know that I haven't really been going live. This case that we're watching is so exciting. So I go live when I can because my mother's in the hospital, but she's doing phenomenal. And so I was like, let me go on. I'm not only you know, while this has been going on, I am also in the I'm also in the process of starting a new venture I was able to start while, you know, being at the hospital with my mother, and it was there all the time, and I'm doing all sorts of work, like, you know, getting back to me. I have assignments to read one book a day. One book a week. And I'm keeping on track with that. I mean, and I've been given like 7 to 8 books. Like, I have a mentor, but I gained 2. And normally I'm like, you know, these mentor things, like sometimes they don't, but I am thoroughly impressed. Yeah, I'm not going to say her name as I know she's not here, because I know she is somewhere else she's over there. She's about her bread. But I just see she just commented on something that that I have posted in a you know, in a thing, you know, under her school. So I'm doing that, and smart, right? So yeah, you telling me I gotta read so many pages a day, you know, depending on how the length of the book. Audible got me. You said you didn't say I couldn't listen to Audible now, but I still am so grateful, like, just for the first book, like, really me back in, because, like, you know, I was, you know, I could have been sucked in some places. So you'll see, like, different people in and out. I mean, it is what it is. I'm the type of person that I like to meet people and get to know them for myself. I don't care who sits where. I don't care about any of that. I just ask that people don't mess with my family. You know, my channel, that's why I don't deal in a lot of the mess. I do have a tea channel, but that's strictly for that. But I have not even really been doing anything on there. I'm focused on this other project that I'm working on. And so far, like, just the value I got out of it, but, you know, just doing self-reflecting and, you know, accountability, and just getting back to that is what I enjoy. But of course, I can't abandon my baby. And that's, you know, my... I can't abandon my baby, my true crime channel, because I haven't watched TV in about a month and a half. Now, listen, I don't be on here trying to lie to y'all now. I went on the television. I turned the TV on, fast forwarded to an episode of Zeus. Yes, I did. I didn't watch the whole episode, y'all. I just watched the part where Biggie dragged Jaden for her birthday. I needed to see that. I'm sorry, y'all. Like, because I am a Chrisean Rock supporter. I'm so glad she's back to her. Whatever she's deciding, whatever she's going through, whatever God is working through on her and through her, I'm with her wherever she's at. Now, some of the decisions she's made, I've not been on board, but I would never come on here and drag her. Now, and I'm going to just say this quickly, and I'm getting off the subject. Even if Chrisean had nothing to do with anything attached to this other woman, I'm not even going to, you know, say her name. Well, I did say her name one time. She doesn't like colored African-American women. And that's what I have a problem with, this African-American women out here fighting and swinging and stuff for her. Everything that she's telling you is a lie. If you go do your research, it is all a lie. That man was not with her when Chrisean Rock got with him. That's not what it was. She had been in a polygamous relationship with him. She had never been in a relationship with him by herself. So it is what it is. And now I heard that now, you know, Chrisean left. Listen, I've been busy. Whatever she's going to do, she's going to do. I just don't drag her over here. A lot of people have been through that, through some of the things that she's been through. She's very young with a lot of money. And, you know, some of us can't even scratch the surface of the level of the money that she makes. And it doesn't have anything to do with money, but it has everything to do with supporting one of our sisters. Now, I love people, period. Let's not get that twisted until you show me otherwise. But I'm not getting ready to drag her to say that this woman is an outstanding person. I need y'all to go watch the videos for yourself, because I'm not trying to convince anybody. I'm just saying she doesn't like us. And so for that, if she wasn't continuously throwing rocks and hiding her hands talking about African American, I would not even say anything to her. But the proof is in the messaging that she says, and I don't like that. Like, you want to twirl on the round D, but you don't like that man mentioned us one time. She lost it. It's on video. I don't have to make nothing up. It's on video. She lost it. So she doesn't like us. So why should we be going to bat for her? Like, even if you don't like Krishan, you shouldn't be going to bat for her. She don't like you. She's not 1% black. She said she's 1% African American because she wants to continue. Somebody confronted her about using the word ninja, but the whole word with the hard ER. Come on, y'all. Y'all got to do your own homework and just stop falling into these traps. Like, okay, oh, the Krishan Rock hate trap. Oh, her son this, that. When she showed a video of her son last week, everybody was like, oh my goodness, he's so big. Okay, I'm done with the rant because I'm really in a different, going in a different space. I'm just really talking about this is what it is, and people should do their homework. That's all I'm saying. Like, it's okay for us to protect her and say, you know, everything. I'm gonna just put some I'm gonna put my own song over here to play, because right now I can't even find where his song. I was trying to get some music to play behind the video, so I'm gonna play my own music. I'm sorry, y'all. Let me just turn this down. Let me turn it down a minute. I have to put it on a loop too. Hold on, y'all. I didn't see the comment yet, but I'm just trying to turn this down. Let's loop it and then, all right. So, shout out to, oh, and this thing ain't even on, and it's making all that noise. So, shout out to Mukmar Music Inc. I don't have his link or nothing in I don't have his link or nothing readily available. Just put in Mukmar Music Inc. He does this when he want to. I don't know. Y'all interested in putting some music behind y'all? Today's music behind the video is Survivor Speaks. It's my instrumental, but it was produced, created, and engineered by Mukmar Music Inc. I didn't put no one's song over here, and I got to do that because I just set this up like this. So now, okay, so I'm going for, listen, y'all, work with your sister. I'm going through the comments over here from here. All right, doing with her, Nessa. Nessa said hi. Okay. Nessa got you still. All right, you little sister. All right, forever, for always. Hey, girl. Yeah, you know what? Let me check out what these comments look like when I put them up. Let me just say a little prayer. I got on my judge's robe today because, yeah, and that's my gavel. Y'all don't judge me. So shout out to Nessa for being in the building. All right, let me just hide my name a minute. I know how to get. It's a little small, but I can take it. All right, I'll fix that at another time. That's it. We working. All right, give me more. Like I said, shout out to you. I got a video. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, I did bring that video over here. I was about to say, whoa, I told Gimme I was getting ready to play. You little sister. Come on. What's up now? I did see your I did respond to your comments, so you should have got that. Got it. And forever always. For always and forever for life. You know I love you, girl. So Gimme More did rejoin the, let me see over here what I'm doing now. She did rejoin the let me hide this again. She did rejoin the membership. Now, just let me take a minute out to say thank you to her. Thank you for the donation. Thank you for the super chat or membership. I love you all. So I did that, get that over here. Thank you so much, Gimme More. That was for you. Yes, I tried to, like, I've been all over this place spreading myself then, but like my mentor says, and the world don't stop, bills don't stop, none of this stops. So, you know, you got to keep going. So I am actually on track with what I'm supposed to be doing over there. But I said I need to come over here and spend some time with my people because we only on day 2 of this trial. I was only going to show the key points of this trial, but y'all, this trial here is crazy. So this is the first trial. There's going to be a retrial. He's being tried again because he was actually I'm gonna read it in the pre. It's all love, you know. I know Gimme Mo. I said, look at Gimme Mo over here. So I'm going to just read a little bit about what the trial is about. But there's a new trial coming up in October 25. Justice for Jay Lee. I know Rebecca Cry, if she sees that I'm live, she'll be here in a minute. She lives close to there, so she's very active in the chat. She lives close to where this happened. And so she was helping us because I was going live really late because I had missed y'all. And I was getting home to the wee hours of the morning, and I came home a couple days early, you know, from being with my mother at the hospital. And so I was like, I'm gonna just go live because how did we miss this trial? How did I miss it? So this trial, let me just read y'all a little bit. So the remains of Jimmy J. Lee, a university. Let me turn this down a little more, just a little bit. Come on now, girl. Come on now. I'm so used to having no one's music in the background. And it's a little foreign to me. The remains of Jimmy J. Lee, a University of Mississippi student who had been missing for over 2 years. For always, she is doing wonderful. She is actually... she has actually been moved, so I think it'll be next week for her, but she's doing well. Thank you so much for asking. She just sent me a text message the other day, and hopefully if she might pop in this live. She may not know how to work it, but hopefully if she do, she know how to behave because she been in real form lately. But yeah, so I sent her the link, but she may not be up to watching it, but she just texted me like a little before I started. So thank you all so much for asking her. And you see the little subtle changes I'm doing in the studio. I don't know why I have the camera. It's not showing the lights that I can actually turn them off because they're not showing them, but I'm making little subtle changes in the studio. I hope you guys like them. And I'm trying to get this system to work, or I'm gonna have to tell them cut it off. I've been paying for this streaming service and another streaming service monthly, and it's not worth it to me. The project that I'm working on it doesn't have anything to do with YouTube yet, but I will eventually be over here, but it will be something totally different, totally separate from this, and I'll let you guys know when I do. And if you guys want to just take a look at what I'm doing, possibly come on board and make some cheddar with me. Yeah, that's what we're doing. But yeah, I have to go through all of the steps. I've been through many of these things, and a lot of times these programs leave you hanging right at the end. Like, what do I do next? I learned all of this. What do I do next? And they made it so complicated that it's unbelievable to me that this is so easy. Like, I'm like, wait a minute, for real? All right, when I get to the next side, then I'll really, but it's even the work that they have you doing on yourself is so different from other, programs that I've been a part of. So I'm happy. And if this works out, then like I said, it'll be out there for whoever believes, whoever wants to manifest and become part of it. But that's what I'm doing. And like I said, I was able to work through this while my mother was while I was there, in between people running in and out. So it's pretty dope to me right about now. So the remains of Jimmy, like, because I don't want to be on here long, because I gotta get back to that. And I know I'm into it. Like, I just saw it was like, oh, looking good. Like, oh, you done. Oh, and I'm like, okay, now I'm moving on the YouTube. But I've been up to the wee hours of the morning doing this thing. But I don't know about y'all, but sometimes I suffer from a little procrastination. And so they're attacking all of that. You hold yourself accountable for why you. They're not letting you give any excuses about why you procrastinate. They don't. You'll find a way. If you watch TV, you'll turn the TV off because if you want this more than you want, which is true. It's true. And some of the books that they have was reading, I'm like, oh wow, I never would have ever picked this up and read it before. I do read through Audible because I am an author, but but I am an author that, you know, I wrote my own book and self-published it, and I found a way to do it on my own. So yeah, it is true. So let's get to this so I don't want to be long. Rebecca, I told them you was coming. Hey, Rebecca. Y'all, Rebecca is here. I do have to say what's up to a girl. Bring her comment up here on the screen. Wait, let me move mine first. Because Rebecca be, yeah, she be here with me at night. So Rebecca, we trying a new system, Rebecca. So just to let you know when we start the video, I think we got it. But I just need everybody to put a 1 in the chat when we get to the video part because we just getting started. Thank you for coming, Rebecca. I knew you was. And I'm doing fine. My mother's doing well. Thank you so much for always checking in on her and being here every time I go live to check in on my mother. And everybody else that has been asking and just checking. And, you know, just thank you. It meant and it means so much. So, she's doing great. She'll be home next week. They was trying to throw her out here. And I'm like, wait a minute, pump the brakes now. Wait a minute. No, we got to do something else. So it took a little convincing her. Like, you can't just go home. You need to go and, you know, make sure you're strong enough to go home. But I'm getting things worked out. So when she does come home, she will just be walking into a whole different paradise. But she's fine. I told you, she just texted me a minute ago. So yeah, so the remains of for everybody else that here or didn't hear about this case, Jimmy J. Lee is he was a University of Mississippi student who had been missing for over 2 years, right? He was discovered, his remains were discovered in Carroll County, Mississippi. Stumbled upon Lee's body in a wooded area off of Highway 82 near Winona and Mississippi. That's a location known to law enforcement as a common dumping ground for refuse and tires. So the Carroll County Coroner's office, Mark Stiles, confirmed that the site's reputation in a February 5th interview with the Mississippi Free Press, he confirmed that it's a used lot. Stiles said the police are aware of it and they've had complaints from landowners. Local business owners also expressed familiarity with the site. Initial reports emerged after hunters found skeletal remains in Carroll County, Mississippi. Journalist Molly Minter was the first to report that investigators believe the remains were Lee's. So a gold necklace spelling out J. Lee, similar to the one Lee often wore in his Instagram post, was found among the remains. And I did go visit his Instagram page, you know, and yes, I did see the chain because his family has not taken down his Instagram page. So they also confirmed that the DNA evidence verified the remains belonged to J. Lee, who they had presumed was long ago they presumed that he was unalive, but a judge declared him legally deceased in November of 2024. J. Lee was 20 at the time of his disappearance. He was from Jackson, Mississippi, and he was an openly gay man. He was well loved within the LGBT community at the University of Mississippi in Oxford. He actually was the director of the LGBT program that he actually founded on that campus. So following his appearance, the campus held marches and gatherings to demand justice. So the Oxford Police Department Public Information Officer Breck Jones confirmed that Lee's body had been transferred to the Mississippi State Crime Lab. The Oxford Police Department and the Carroll County Sheriff's Office have confirmed the recovery of the remains of Jimmy J. Lee. Jones said in a statement to the Mississippi Free Press. I think I just read my own. I took notes and I just read the thing over again. No, I didn't. So the Oxford Police Department made a commitment to finding Jay, no matter how long it took. This case had remained an active investigation since July 8th of 2022. I think they got all the evidence that they need. There was only one holdout juror at his trial, and we do believe that the juror knew the defendant. That's just what we believe. That's what me and Rebecca said, and I said I think so too. So the Lee family and Jay's friends, they were grateful to have supported the police through the process. And the police said that they hoped that this was confirmation and that this was some type of small measure of comfort to the family and to his friends. So his body was discovered just one day before the end of an extended hunting season in the Delta Management Units. So the discovery of Lee's remains follows the December 2024 mistrial of Timothy Harrington. He is the only other person that is on the thumbnail. That is him. He comes from a family that they have a spiritual background. So he was accused of red rumming Lee to cover up a relationship. Harrington was not openly gay. He was arrested on July 22nd of 2022, 2 weeks after Lee's disappearance. He denied the allegations and pleaded not guilty. I would say otherwise, looking at the evidence. Yes, so the prosecutors alleged that Harrington was seen on surveillance footage leaving an Oxford parking lot where Lee's abandoned car was found. They claimed Harrington later bought duct tape from Walmart, drove to his hometown of Grenada, Mississippi, retrieved a shovel and wheelbarrow from his parents' home, and left in a box truck. Grenada is about 25 miles from the site where Lee's remains were found. During the trial, Harrington's defense attorney, I'm going to take the party name out because I try to not, this channel is non-political. You can look it up for yourself because he's a mess. And I'm sure when we resume this trial, because he's opening with the cross, because that's what we left off with, the state questioning the captain of the campus police where he went to school at. And so now they went to lunch and they're coming up with cross. So if you watch the YSL trial, this defense attorney delay. Sidebar, let's meet in the back. At least he not having no the word to come. Y'all know that meeting that Glenville and them had in the side office. It's just the words is just gonna come back to me in a minute. At least he's not having any of those. And everybody know that they all going together to have these meetings. So at least he trying to find Brady violations, all types of stuff to exonerate his client. I believe that he's doing what he has to do, but in the meantime, he is tearing down this young man that lost his life. It is wrong. Nobody deserves to be unalive because of the lifestyle that they live. As far as I'm concerned, when somebody leaves this earth, they are the only ones that have to stand for, who they were and if they're going to be even, judged for it. It says in the Bible, for the people that like to Bible talk, now I believe in the Lord. I strongly believe in God. Let's not get it twisted. But I don't be trying to hit nobody over the head with no Bible and no scriptures all the time, but I'll let you know I love the Lord. But for those who do, it does say in the 10 Commandments that thou shalt not unalive, but it does not say that thou shalt not be a part of the LGBTQ community, and it does not say that what? Oh yeah, we can do that one. I'm not worried about that. I'm gonna have to tell them, yes, that happens, but that's not. Y'all didn't see that, but I did, and that shouldn't happen, but it does. It does not say thou shalt not be gay. that's up to the people, and then that's why you have a lot of people that I'm just speaking some facts here. Y'all don't be mad at me. You got a lot of people in the church that's closeted because they can't be who they want to be, and then you end up with situations like this where a young man lost his life senselessly. Okay. I'll stop with the rant. So during the trial, his defense attorney, y'all, now he is the Mississippi House Representative Kevin Horan or Hoorah, well, however you pronounce his last name, of Grenada. He argued that the prosecutors could not prove Lee was unalive because nobody had been found at the time. But baby, we got remains now, honey. We got remains now. You boasting bragged about that during your opening. We got remains now, and now I wish that you would, because all you've been doing is his defense in this case so far is crazy. I'm gonna tell y'all about it real briefly, then we're gonna get right into the video, because he done outed his client so many times and he don't even realize it in ways that I can't even explain. Y'all, girl, the people in the chat, y'all wasn't here, y'all missed it. I was like, oh, what? I was over here with my mouth open like, wait, what? Oh my goodness, you dummy. You might want to tell somebody in the next trial that you might want him to sit down and let one of your other attorneys get up and defend you, because this man here, he done did a number on you, and we only on day 2. And this is what, the second witness for day 2? I wasn't even going to go through this trial like this, but I can't stop. I cannot stop watching. My sister was like, oh, I was on the live. I was trying not to miss nothing. She said, I kept falling asleep, but I ain't want to miss. Yeah, it was interesting. And the young man that testified, I think he was the first person to testify. This man, good thing that they have his work records, his work documents, and stuff like that, because this guy just saw this guy jogging. He's on his way from work, so he blew the horn and waved at him. Now, he didn't personally know him, but his girlfriend knew him. She's in some type of group with him, and he flagged him down to give him a ride. Now, he's a part of this crime, this red room he don't know nothing about. So please don't let that fool y'all when they flash the defendant. I don't know if he's going to be laughing at all today, because after day 1, he wasn't laughing. Nothing wasn't funny. I said they done wiped the smile off your face. I'm going to tell y'all about why. Because girl, this is a lot. This trial is a lot. So anyway, the trial ended in a deadlock with 11 jurors voting to convict Harrington and one holdout refusing to agree. We believe that he knew him. That's all I'm going to say about that. All right, so neither Horan or Hoorah, whatever his name is, nor District Attorney Ben Creekmore responded to media inquiries. However, Creekmore had already stated his intention to seek a retrial. We're going to proceed forward with trying to get with the court to set a new trial date, Creekmore told the Daily Mississippi on December 11th of 2024. Now, got good news and bad news. The good news is they did schedule a retrial. The bad news is that it is in October, and we all know that Nazaria Harris's trial is starting in October of 2025. And so I will be live streaming that trial. So I might have to do a twofer. I might have to live stream her, but I'm definitely covering this trial. It is a lot, y'all. Like I said, I came on, to explain, just to show some of the important parts that I thought that, because I just saw like the short, and I did a little research. Okay, we're gonna just get on here and see his mother testify. His father hasn't testified yet. We're gonna see, the young man, the defendant's father and grandfather testify, because I read something that said the grandfather was stuck. He had all these quick answers when they was asking him questions on the stand, but when they asked him did he ever meet any of his girlfriends, he was stuck like, huh? Can you repeat that again, huh? That's what they said. We didn't get to that yet. I can't wait to see that one. But we could not, I said, if we come to a witness, I think that we can skip. We're going to skip. We have not been able to skip anything, not even. We can skip through if they're at the bench. But when they put the person on the stand out and they're arguing back and forth, that's where we got the meat from. So we can't skip those. Child. Let me tell you about how this man done outed his client. So, the Cliff Note version is, he was hooking up with Jay Lee. He's a man on the D-Low. And my sister explained some things to me, y'all, so I got some additional information about them apps. He was hooking up with Jay Lee on the down low. He's a down low man. Jay Lee is openly gay, but Jay Lee is not a transgender. He identifies with being a male. He was born a male. He knows that he is a male. He's fluid. I think that's what they call him. He wore men's clothing, women's clothing, whatever he felt like for the day. He didn't take any hormones or anything like that. So even if you look at his pictures where he's wearing makeup, you can definitely tell that he was a man. He is a man. So this man is trying to say like he was a transgender, dressing like a woman to go out here and hook these guys and trick them. He only dated guys that's on the down low. No, there's a difference. He liked manly men. Now they wanted down low, but he didn't like anybody that was like him. He didn't like, I have a lot of friends, but I'm not going to say on here because some people take offense to it. But when I'm amongst, my friends, I do know the lingo, but I can't say it here. So he didn't like those type of people. He didn't like the feminine man. He liked a thug. So this guy is not a thug. Well, maybe he is because he done unalive somebody allegedly. Because he's guilty. He's innocent until proven guilty. But he was on the street. But just so the Mississippi can feel safe, he's now been incarcerated because he's charged with capital red rumming. But his attorney kept trying to ask these questions of his friends. They're a part of the LGBTQ community. They're not dumb. They are very educated men, you can tell. And he was trying to twist their words backwards and frontwards, trying to hide stuff because it was bad for his client. So come to find out, Jay Lee went to his house, and he couldn't have lived far from him. I mean, he had to live like 6 minutes, less than 6 minutes from him. Jay Lee done went to this man's house. They had an argument. Jay Lee blocked him on social media, but he didn't block him from his phone. So Jay Lee was going back over there, but what Mr. Carrington didn't know that Jay Lee was on the phone Snapchatting one of his friends, one of his good Judies. And he was very private about his affairs, but this good Judy, he had met him and he had started getting to know them, and they were talking about what they like. That's their business. But what this part is not funny. His friend said he told him, you need to just find somebody that is, stop messing with the men on the DL, because them be the ones that end up unaliving you. And that's exactly what happened. I know that probably haunts him, but he told his friend that he was going back over to his house because since they had an argument, he was going over there and Mr. Carrington was going to give him some. He was going to give him some. He was going to give him some. He was going over there and he was going to give him some. He was giving some. He was giving some. Child. And so the attorney was so busy trying to keep the fact that he said that they had the argument, he forgot about the oral. I said, what in the whole what is going on here? So then the attorney was so busy trying to hammer his friend about these apps. I heard about Grindr. I didn't know nothing about no Jack, or it's another one that the friend said he didn't know about. But my sister told me those. I said, well, they were made for the LGBTQ community, right? Because this is Grindr. She said those apps were specifically made for the men that are on the DL, and they want to hook up with a gay person, but they don't want anybody to know. I said, really? I thought that everybody in the LGBTQ community. She said the app was specifically made for the DL man wanting to hook up with a gay person. So before she even told me that, we meaning Survivor Speaks and Survivor Nation already has said, what are you doing? You keep hammering this over and over and over and over again. Even if he was using these apps to hook up with men, your client was one of these men that was on the app. Do you realize what you are putting out here? He kept going. He would not stop. So you're saying he didn't specifically get on these apps to hook up with men on the DL. So then you're telling these people that your client is on the DL. I can't make this up, y'all. The people that was here. And the people that saw it. I said, what in the... You need to fire him. But Mr. Carrington thought it was funny. They panned the camera on him. He was laughing and smiling and ha-haing and kiki-keying the first day, with those 3 men sitting beside him, 1 to his right and 2 to his left, because he thought he had it all in the bag because they couldn't find nobody, and I believe the holdout was somebody that his family knew. So they are they come from a religious background, and I just think that people just let people be who they are. You don't have to like what they love, but that ain't none of your business. That's how I look at it. That's how I look at it. I don't have an issue with anybody. That's what they do. I'm a heterosexual woman, but I'm not going to hate on them because of what their preferences are. I don't have to judge them. That's not something that I'm going to be judging somebody by. Not at all. Not at all. Anywho, so we left off on day 2. Was Captain, I had her name on the up on the other system too, and I think it's Captain Hands. I think anyway, they're gonna say her name again. They're coming back from lunch, and now she's gonna be cross-examined by the defense attorney. So I'm gonna bring it over here. Gonna send one up please just let us go on ahead. I think that we got the kinks worked out here. I just need y'all to drop me a one down in the comments, if you can hear, drop that down there for me. I would greatly appreciate. I will greatly appreciate that. Give me 1 second, and then I will bring it on. I need to get need to get this over here just in case, anything is triggering. So trigger warning. I don't know when, they haven't showed anything gruesome, but they definitely have said some things, and so I just want to warn not too much, but I just want to warn you guys. And then we are going to listen to this on excuse me, y'all. We're going to listen to this we've been listening to it, I think, on 1.5, and it's been great. So if it's too fast, somebody, if anybody will let me know, that would be great. So here we go. So let's go. One in the chat if you can hear. One in the chat if you can hear, please. Ex parte for always. Yes, thank you. Ex parte me. Y'all know I got chemo fog brain sometimes. Somebody gave me a thumbs down. Thank you for the engagement. Thank you for that engagement. For the thumbs down. It could have been for the thumbs down for what I was saying at the time. I don't know. I don't care. Hold on, because he ain't. What they waiting on? Let me pay attention here, because I have not watched this, y'all. We watching this together. Can't hear? I did all that and y'all can't hear. Hold on now. Let me see. He said we still waiting on some customers. Hold on, y'all. I don't understand. Now, I done went through this whole thing with them. Let me put this in here. Hold on 1 minute. You know what? Hold on. This is crazy. So crazy. This is so crazy. And now y'all can hear me, right? It is so crazy. I went through this whole thing where we tested it and it was working. And it is. Let me see something. Let me see if the widget is working. Yeah, you hear me on there, not the video. I'm not understanding. Like, we did a whole I had one of the people from this I'm about to, yeah, and of course, why is this, hold on, this shouldn't be down there. Hold on, let me see if I could, if the widget works. Oh my goodness, this is crazy. I should have checked to make sure. Let me try the widget. Alright. Let's see if it gives me any problems through the widget. If so, I'm going to have to start it over. I'm so upset. I already know that it's probably going to be problems with it, because why is this? Yeah, it's going to be problems with it because I'm not even signed in, and every time I try to sign in, once I get to the end, it looks like it's going to go, and it doesn't. Like, listen. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to give y'all too much more of my coin. I should be getting a reimbursement. Oh, that's not it. All right. It's not me, y'all. I'm so sorry. All right. Let's see if this works out. I don't want to try that way. And this is crazy. see. I got triple authentications and stuff going on. And this is crazy. Alright, so they didn't. Alright. I did all this last time and it's open. They didn't ask me for it. Let me lock it and open it sometime. That works better. This is crazy. And I don't have time to be playing with this case. This case is just so interesting that I don't have time to be sitting here doing all this. Messing around. So if it don't work, I'm just going to have to start another live and go through my other. And y'all didn't send me anything. I don't know what y'all talking about. I don't see it. Oh, yeah, let me see. Resend it because it didn't ask me. Oh, there it is. Let's see. I don't even understand because these are already. That's me. What are y'all talking about? Okay, so it says I'm signing again. No, can we just go to where I need to be? All right, now it said I'm signed in, y'all. Let's see. Let's see if the sound works. Let me know. If not, yeah, I didn't bring it on yet. So if it works, give me a thumbs up. If not, I'm gonna have to just start a different live because I don't have time to play with this today. I got other things to do. So I'm about to bring it down now. Give me 1 second. Let me bring the trigger warning back over here. This is ludicrous. All right, here we are. It's not the video. I'm gonna play it after I publish it here. So let's see. It's not even playing over here. Hold on. Hold on. I gotta play it from here. Hold on. I forgot. I don't even hear nothing myself. Let me see. All right. He not saying nothing right now. Hold on. They're not talking right now. Hold on.
That appears.
Let me know if y'all hear it. I know okay, I'm gonna fix the echo. Thank you. So this worked today, okay. Let me see, did that work? Can you still hear? Or no? Yes or no?
What day was that?
I'm sorry. It's a lot of paperwork and I would rather be accurate.
Still one? Still thumbs up? Okay. I found out. Okay. Woo! I was getting ready to tell them, lose my number. So this is the captain on the stand. I'm not going to try to go back again because keep going by it. But let me lock it so I won't hit nothing. I won't hit anything. And yeah, she's not talking right now. And I think for always said that she was able to hear her. So I'm going to be quiet. As soon as she starts, I guess she's looking through some exhibits. And if this is working today, then I guess we may have solved the problem. Because before I couldn't even get the widget up. So the screen share is not working with the sound. I'll figure it out. Or reach back out to them to tell them it's not working. And gosh, how many reports you got, lady? Right, so you can hear, yep. She's rustling through papers that I guess the defense is going to ask her about. This attorney, he is a mess. Y'all look him up to see who he represents.
Okay, on the 10th, the vehicle, we were notified that the vehicle was at Bannock.
And it was located.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So on the 10th, J. Lee's vehicle was located at Bandit, correct? So,
Bandit, yes.
and you testified previously about conversations that you had with him. And his representations to you were that he basically is under contract to make sure people aren't illegally parked out there at that location. And I guess he has other contracts in Oxford with people to make sure people aren't taking up limited parking in those areas. Is that a fair statement?
Why is she rustling these papers?
That's your understanding when you talked to him?
My understanding was, yes, similar. They make rounds apparently in the apartment complexes, and if there's illegally parked
Right.
or vehicles in that apartment complex that do not belong there, they tow them.
Right. And you testified that about 1:15, y'all came, located that vehicle on that particular day at his service there?
No, he told us it was towed at 1:50 p.m.
I'm sorry. When did y'all actually get a search warrant for J. Lee's car?
What, for always, so while they are,
I'm past the apartment.
she's testifying for a whole police department. So that is for the whole campus police department, rather. So not only she testifying about what she investigated, she's investigating about their reports as well.
Two search warrants for
They
his
gave
car.
her the
Is that a
okay
fair
to do
statement?
so.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Trying to get through the paperwork.
Material I've been provided is testifying.
Yeah, they didn't want to bring all those officers in. I don't know why the prosecutors didn't just let them come
You know
for
when
themselves,
the
but
first search warrant was obtained for J. Lee's car that was located at Bandit?
Not right offhand, I don't.
All right. What about, the second search warrant for his car?
Now, she should have known this stuff, though. I mean, she should have known where that was. She should have known that they was going to ask her. So, yeah, she should have known they were going to ask these questions. So she's the chief at the campus police department, and she's testifying on behalf of everybody that participated in this campus. She personally knew Jay Lee, you know, from living on campus and being ahead of the LGBTQ community. But now she should be looking for what they're asking for while they're up at the bench with the while they're up.
Are you talking about the one from July 11th?
Have it marked identification. Now, approach them. D8.
Just want to make sure.
Captain, I understand. I want to show you what appears to be bottom of the right-hand page, the number, identify the number, whether or not that appears to be your approval of the report on that particular day.
Because I think it,
Detective.
okay, there I go.
Officer
I had
Perry.
muted my,
I
that
understand
was
there's
me.
markings on it, but content, does that appear to be the report?
Yes, sir.
All right. All 3 pages.
Now they know they need to check behind him because he be putting,
That's
adding in stuff, lying about stuff. I hope the prosecution looked at those papers.
That appears to be.
Yeah, I was just, that was not Jose's
Not
interview, right?
In the middle of that page, could you tell what statement is made in there in that report as to what Jose Reyes said pertaining to his relationship with Jimmy Lee?
Objection, Your Honor. There we go.
See? Because he's trying to get into areas that he shouldn't be going into. Now, y'all missed Jose. Jose came in there representing. He had his mascara on. He was beat to the guards. He was very intelligent. And he was mad because he couldn't shake Jose. As a matter of fact, he couldn't shake any of them. Like I said, they are part of the LGBTQ community. That does not make them not intelligent. They all have degrees. And Jay Lee finished high school early. He earned his bachelor degree in 3 years, like he told his mother, and he was going to graduate school. And he wanted to help unfortunate children. And his parents are married, still married, and his parents paid for his schooling and, you know, afforded his lifestyle. As far as you know, keep his upkeep and everything financially. So, you know, this guy, he tried it. Like I said, he's a congressman, so y'all draw it up. You know how they think about other people, like everybody else is slow, and everybody, yeah. And so, yeah, he's trying it here in his courtroom today. Well, not on today. This already happened, but y'all know what I'm saying. Let me see if we can get him back over here with his
Search warrants for Jay's Apple account, Snapchats, things of that nature. What is this in furtherance of? If it's being offered not to impeach Jose, which is the real reason, and not just subterfuge, if it's being offered just to see the furtherance of the investigation, he should state what did this further in the investigation.
Your Honor, this is kind of how the questioning would go. Did he give you this statement? He's previously testified inconsistent with that, has some.
Jose is in the court because he's still under. Well, no, they released
They
him.
interviewed, after Jose made those statements to them that I don't hang around him that much. They furthered their investigation and rounded back around and then interviewed him a second time. That's clearly in furtherance of their investigation, Your Honor. They took his information,
And he was
acted
already
on
on
it.
the stand.
tried to clear it up, and then came back to him and interviewed him again.
I'm gonna let you ask the question.
This judge, let me tell y'all, this judge gets on my nerve also. I'm gonna just say he gets on my nerve.
Is good for the goose is good for the gander.
Thank you.
This judge,
Thank you, Your Honor.
1 minute I like him and the next minute I don't. I'm just gonna say that.
Ready?
Yes. The grand jury.
He
back
ain't no
to you.
Glanville, but he on the borderline.
Hang on one second.
Hold on just a second.
I don't know. I'm gonna let you ask this question, but
Here he goes, splitting up stuff.
I don't know if this. I don't know enough to know if this is
Oh,
the
I didn't
right
even
witness
speed
to
this up.
Run further rabbits with. You know what I'm talking about?
And that's why we saying
I'm gonna let you start, and then if it,
I would agree, but for the fact on direct examination, they identified her, it's over the investigation, proving everything, reviewing reports. They laid that, Your Honor. I
Wait,
didn't-
that's too fast. Hold on.
you're probably right, but it's gonna be. I'm not consenting to
everything.
I'm not consenting to everything. I am consenting to you asking this question.
Yes.
I just want to be clear, Your Honor, that we are doing this for the captain because we don't want to have to call 30 other officers, which the opposing counsel is aware of.
He can call him. He can call him if he wants to anyway. Go ahead. Grand jury on this.
Mississippi. This is in it's not Grenada, that's where he lived. Hold on. It's in Carroll County, Mississippi, but where is Oxford? He committed part of the crime in Oxford. He committed part of the crime in Grenada. And I forget,
You're identifying the highlighted part, and I will ask the court to allow me to place that front page. Could you give
Rebecca,
the
what's
jury
that?
benefit? What was the date of that particular report?
Yeah, so, yeah. He committed the
Or state
crimes
at the
in
top.
different...
July 10th.
Okay. And at that time, y'all were still, as far as y'all being UPD, was basically deeply involved in the missing person aspect of Jimmy Lee, right?
Yes.
Okay. Can you tell what Mr. Reyes told y'all at the time of that particular report?
The highlighted section.
I like that.
Okay. Lieutenant Carradine has. I asked Jose how often he and Jimmy hung out. It was Jimmy J. Lee. Jose stated that they did not hang out much.
Okay. As a result of that statement and a result of other interviews, did y'all find reason to go back and interview Jose Reyes?
I know there were other interviews with Jose at later dates to ask follow-up questions.
Now, as far as any interviews that you conducted, were you alone, or did you do any interviews with any other officers?
He lying.
Like,
he,
I didn't conduct that interview.
Understand.
he
My
didn't,
understanding
he didn't
is
say
on
that.
7/13/2022, y'all had a debriefing And I understand that yourself, Agent Stratton, and McGuire, I assume that's Shayla McGuire, is she an investigator at that time? What was her responsibilities?
Yes, how it works at our department is we have 2 full-time officers assigned to investigations, and there's other officers that supplement investigations.
Okay.
So in other words, there's more than just those 2 people on call.
Okay.
So
And
yes, she was conducting investigative work.
Thank you.
correct me if I'm
Yes, sir.
wrong, is that y'all were tasked with responsibility, y'all had information that Jose had been interviewed again, and Jose had told them an individual by the name of Janelle Davis would have a lot of information about Jimmy Lee. Is that a fair statement?
Y'all better check, because he be lying. I didn't hear this in
Are
the
you saying we
previous.
learned that
I
during
didn't
the
hear
briefing?
this.
No, after the briefing, during the briefing, y'all were told that y'all were tasked to speak with the Janelle Davis.
I know we did speak with Janelle Davis.
The purpose of that was because, correct me if I'm wrong, is that Jose Reyes had told in an interview that Ms. Davis would be an individual that could give y'all some information about Jimmy Lee.
I know during interviews we conducted, we were asking everyone, is there people who may have information about Jay Lee's whereabouts, who knew him closer or who was closer with him?
Okay.
And Janelle, we did, Stratton, McGuire, and I did go to Janelle's.
Were you present during the interview with Janelle Davis?
I was there at her house,
All
yes.
right, you have that report that reflects.
Yeah, he's argumentative. Like, why are you talking to these
They found
people
out
like
the man
this?
Giving this information, they went back checked.
So that doesn't mean that he was with he hung with him all the time. There's a difference.
You find the report.
On your copy, I'm just trying to find it quicker.
When you interviewed Janelle Davis.
I know, I recall, I wrote a report on that.
I got it now.
They should have called the 30 officers in there, and I hope that the prosecution is checking the paperwork, because this man be lying
I
like
think I have
he's
it.
doing on
I'm
the
sorry.
Congress floor.
The win completed on 7/13 by McGuire.
I'm going to
yes.
take a drink of
Is that the
water
one
to
you're referring
that.
to?
Yes, look on the bottom right, it says page number 59 of 133.
That's not. My page is.
I should have got a
I got
straw.
marked for identification.
I'm thinking it was the same.
Look. This is a mess.
It's the same. I think so.
What is it you marked there?
Marking the report. I'll have her identified.
What is it you marked?
The report that she's referencing,
Captain report, who?
Captain Megan.
Mine are McGuire's.
Your Honor, I would just ask that the witness actually, what's happening here, the attorney is identifying it. That the witness identify something before it's marked for ID.
Let's,
Court
I
asked.
have hard to answer what it is. Let her identify it, so I'll know what to write down on my little piece of paper here, anyway.
No, Judge, she said, tell me what it was, so I told you what it was.
What is, let her look at it, tell me what.
I just had a mark for identification.
Okay, get, mark for identification and let her, then let somebody tell me what it is.
Child, this is a mess. They have these witnesses up on the stand for hours, except the person that he implicated in this unaliving that he had no
Since you located
I
idea.
think it's maybe the same one.
Same one we talked about. Look at
You
this.
know he's guilty
59.
because he didn't even want to cross-examine that young man. He didn't cross-examine him at all because he knew
Yeah,
I'm sorry, this is Lieutenant McGuire.
that guy came on the stand
and you-
hot.
you
He
along
was
with
mad.
This report.
Shayla McGuire. McGuire.
They saying it's like 30 officers. That's why they didn't bring him in.
Pages 59 through 61 of 133.
Right.
You would, Captain, look over that.
I believe that they would all have had to write some reports.
Tell
That's
me-
why she rustling so hard.
Whether or not you fairly and accurately depicts the interview y'all had with Janelle Davis after Jose told y'all that she could give you information about it.
Child. That don't mean that he was with him all the time. He said they talked on the phone a lot, but they talked online, often. That's not far-fetched. They were done with school.
Does it appear to be accurate?
Yes, sir.
And
It's a
what-
long report.
What was it that she told y'all
after Jose Reyes has stated that she can provide a lot of information, what did she tell you?
Objection, Your Honor, hearsay.
I'm going to wear y'all feet out more today, but step back in there for a second anyway, and y'all can.
That is hearsay. No matter how we look at it or we want to look at it, it's hearsay. Because they could subpoena her. They at the bench again. Lord. Y'all see how much time went by already? And they haven't gotten through anything?
All right. What's the objection?
My objection is hearsay because in the report, I believe it says something to the effect of Janelle stated that she and Jay Lee weren't really friends. Jay's more friends with Jose, and she doesn't know why Jose would say that. My objection is hearsay because it's not in furtherance of the investigation.
Yes, and it's
if that's what we're talking about, then we look back to the Butler case. The Butler case stated that you can't go into
That's
detail,
him,
which
y'all.
was the problem with when
That's-
she was trying to
that's
say what
Mr.
Corinne
Carrington.
said, but you can say like what happened. So the response is
He
we
laughing
learned
today.
that Janelle didn't know Jay Lee. But what they are attempting to do, and what they've been doing this entire time, is trying to testify for the witness and get
That's
into
the one
hearsay
that was
documents, having these things all
given
marked for
some,
identification.
he was given some.
Back up one more time and tell me what is supposedly said in the statement. That in the report has a statement from
Janelle,
Janelle.
yes.
What is that statement that we're referring to?
It's supposed to be that Janelle states that she was not close to Jay Lee, she doesn't really know him, and she knows him because he's Jose's friend, and that Janelle doesn't know why Jose would say that she was close to him. I'm pretty sure that's like the summation of it.
I'm going to give the defense an opportunity to say how's that statement used in furtherance of the investigation.
Thank you, Your Honor. My understanding is, according to the reports she testified to, they went back and interviewed. They went to go. Jose said, talk to Janelle. She knows everything.
The defense attorney just
Need to
keeps.
know about Jay Lee after he said we're not really that close.
He
They go
didn't
interview
say
Janelle
they
in
was
this
not
report,
really
and
that
she says, "I
close.
have no
That's not
idea
what he said.
why."
That's not what he testified
He
to.
would tell you
Now
all
we
that.
did hear him testify. He
I
didn't
don't know
say
him
that.
that well. I don't have any idea why Jose would have told y'all that information. Basically, Jose misrepresenting to the officers his relationship with Jay Lee, first of all, and there's some other things in this statement that I hadn't gotten to yet as to Jose's conduct, what she told him Jose did after they had Janelle talk with Jose.
Your Honor,
Let me once me tell you, ask you how.
Yeah, because
how
Jose
did-
was on the
did
stand. Why you
law
didn't ask
enforcement
Jose?
respond, If any, in furtherance of investigation of that.
Don't ask.
Do what?
I'll ask her what they did in response to that after they got that information.
What
They ultimately
information?
cleared
He's
him as a
lying about.
suspect. That's not the point of the examination, is whether or not
he-
he's being
he's
deceptive.
lying- because
And
he's
in the
lying
report,
about what
they
he's
they state in
saying.
another report that I'm going to get to next.
This
They
man
state in
is
the
a mess,
report
y'all.
That Jose's being deceptive in his responses about his relationship and other things he may know about Jimmy Lee. The young man was ultimately cleared as a suspect. That's not the point of the cross-examination, Your Honor. It's whether or not he's being deceptive, he's providing information that's misleading to law enforcement officers.
Your Honor, it seems, from my understanding, that first we went into that Jose said he wasn't that close to Jay Lee or didn't talk to him that much, which was some moderate impeachment value, but in furtherance of the investigation. And then Jose said, talk to Janelle, which he could have been asked, but Jose wasn't asked on the stand. Now we're attempting to impeach the statement that Jose gave to an officer in a report that he didn't say on the stand. We're trying to impeach a police report with another police report.
I'm not going to allow you, for impeachment purposes, to impeach Jose on something you didn't ask Jose.
This is not offered for impeachment purposes. I didn't ask Jose that because it's in her report, Your Honor. They got information from Janelle.
But Jose
Janelle said
is the one
he
that gave him
Janelle's
the
name, then they talked to
information.
Janelle. I didn't have to ask him that question.
Girl,
8036, all I've got to do is say,
This
in furtherance of your
man is a
investigation,
mess.
did
I
Jose
told
Reyes
y'all.
provide y'all deceptive information during the course of your investigation? Yes. What was that deceptive information? First, he told us one thing. We checked it out through Janelle. She said that was wrong. We went back and furthered the investigation to
So,
he was a suspect. He
let-
was
let
clear,
me-
but it still doesn't get past the fact he was providing misleading and false information on the
Hold
early
on.
stages of this investigation, Your Honor.
Your Honor, if they had just asked the question,
Have to
but
ask
that,
the
then he,
Hang on a second.
I don't have to ask
I-
the question. It has nothing to do.
Hang on a second. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. If this person, if this witness is the person that had
Hold on, I'm trying to stop
charged
it.
from the University Police Department investigation, I'm going to let you ask them, did Jose Reyes, was all the information Jose Reyes provided you accurate?
Truthful, not deceptive. What was that based on?
Jose was already on the stand. That's why it's hearsay. He could have asked Jose when he was on the stand. It has nothing to do with the report.
Your Honor,
And
it has to be a
he's
situation where
stretching
the
the
jury
truth.
understands Basically.
I'm
that
trying to
there's
stop
statements from
this
certain
now.
people.
It want to work too
That's
well.
exactly it, Your Honor. He's trying to, you could just say deceptive information. He just said it right there. He's trying to get in substantively statements from other people that he could call. They're not here.
Judge, we're back to Butler now. It's the same argument she
I
has.
don't think it's, I don't think
It's not the same.
Necessarily, this is in furtherance of the investigation. I'm not going to prohibit you from calling any witness you.
Okay, so the reason for always, it took me forever to do that. So the reason that they're saying that is hearsay. First of all, Jose was on the stand. He did not ask Jose any of these statements. He did not try to impeach Jose when he was on the stand. None of that. He never asked these questions about when you was on the stand. So he was trying to trip him up in another way that he couldn't. And I think he probably got frustrated because he had already tried so many ways to trip this young man up and he couldn't. He probably said to himself, oh yeah, we got them. So it's hearsay because he's asking her, he's trying to impeach, but he keeps saying that he's not trying to impeach Jose through her. I can guarantee you that Jose is sitting in the gallery because they have cleared him as a witness and now he can sit in the gallery. So I guarantee you that he's sitting in the gallery. So like she's saying, why didn't you ask Jose any of these questions when he was on the stand? That's number one. But what he's saying Jose said is a lie. Jose did not say, and I don't know why she's going along with him saying, oh, Jose said he didn't know Jay Lee all that well. When Jose is the one that went to his apartment and heard that his dog was inside, Jose is the person who his mother called because of their relationship. They didn't have a relationship where they saw each other often anymore. But they spoke on the phone, but a lot through social media, like a lot of people do, a lot of friends do when they're no longer. Jay Lee was busy interning, for his career. And Jose, I forgot what he said that he was doing. So they really didn't have time for each other like that, like when they were in school on campus together before they graduated and got their bachelor's degrees. So now Jay Lee is doing an internship at CPS. He's going to grad school. And so that's not what they asked. This man, the defense attorney, he is definitely, I can understand why he's in Congress. And probably what he does on the Congress floor, because he's a Congress representative on the House floor, is why he's an attorney also. So I can almost imagine what he's up in the White House saying. So he's lying again. And the judge needs to stop him because that's not what Jose said. He did not say that. And he did not ask Jose any of these questions that he's asking this officer. And then they never called Janelle. Janelle has not taken the stand yet. So you should be speaking to Janelle. But you're trying to impeach Jose through her. That's what you're trying to do. He keeps saying that he's not. That's exactly what you're trying to do. And Jose, you can call Jose again and ask him the questions that you didn't ask him when the state called him. You can call him as a defense witness since you cleared him and said that you had no more questions for him. So because he's sitting in the courtroom, I don't think you're going to call Jose again because you cleared him to be in the courtroom. And he's clearly there for his friend. Now, how his mama know him and know who to call? And how did Jose say he didn't know him when he shared his locations with Jose? They just didn't see each other like they used to. This man is a whole liar.
You want to I will ask you, let you ask the general question of, did y'all interview Jose Rios? Was all the information he provided you true and correct? Did your investigation show that all the information was true and correct? No, it wasn't. But as to prove specific instances of incorrect information, I'm going to let you call witnesses to put them on if you want to.
Your Honor, again, if you look under 8036, I don't have to do the confrontation clause, all those things. that are required on the state would have to do that. I don't have to do that. As the defendant does not have to do that under the rule. Public report, contents of it, ask about whether or not it's accurate, things that you do in furtherance of this investigation, are they reflected in this report? I will summarize my questions if that's what the court's telling me to do. It's going to be misleading to this jury if they say, well,
all right, y'all step back. I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm going to allow
Confuse
you
the situation.
to ask this witness.
Here he go.
Did you get statements from Jose Reyes? Did you follow up on any of the information he got? What did you follow up on? We talked to that person. What did Jose Reyes tell you? Who you could talk to? He said talk to the female. He said they were close. Did she agree or disagree with they were close?
So
And if there's other instances along those lines wherein that something Mr. Reyes said that you think were deceptive, I'm gonna let you ask him anyway.
I want to be perfectly clear with the court, counsel officer.
Why
I'm not
he
trying to
ask
advance the theory
Jose?
that Mr. Reyes is a suspect in this case. No way, shape, form, or fashion. That's
We're not
the purpose.
saying that, but you're still trying to
Examination is early
impeach
on.
him.
Deception, he misrepresented facts.
He is a
could
mess. He
possibly
is
have
a
impeded investigation,
mess.
gave misleading information.
I'm going to give you I'm going to give you some latitude in that regard, and I'll state can object when they think so, and I may fall if we don't anyway. I'm gonna say when we've gone far enough. Okay.
Again, they talk about all this download stuff, and everybody's secretive, and everybody's keeping things. That's their whole theory. What they talked about. I'm just trying to establish that it's basically throughout several witnesses that they talked to. They were.
I'm gonna give you some latitude.
Thank you, Your Honor.
To
I'll be
ask,
quick about it.
to ask this. To
Yeah,
ask this
but
witness,
the whole
did you,
thing is you
did talk to
normally
Mr. Reyes?
ask
Did he give you any names?
the
Somebody might
witness
be close
because
to,
the witness was on the stand.
yeah,
I
You're
You're
think I can
trying
ask
to
a question.
impeach him
Did you provide
through
conflicting
this
information
officer.
From witnesses that were referred to you by Jose Reyes as the content of their statement. I think our officer said it's
I'm
going to
gonna give you some latitude with it. Go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Back Jerry back in.
Somebody else just gave me the thumbs down. Thank you for the engagement.
You can continue with your cross-examination.
Thank you. Captain, as far as your president conversations, several interviews, the conversation that you had with Janelle Davis, you were present during that interview, correct?
Yes, sir.
And Janelle Davis was given to you by Jose Reyes, correct?
Say that again.
Jose Reyes told you to go see Janelle Davis, correct?
Jose said that, told officers that Jaylee and Janelle were close.
Basically, if anyone knew about the details of anybody having a relationship with Jay Lee, it would be Janelle, correct? That's what he told you.
Yes.
All right. Did you follow up on that information that he provided you?
Yes.
Did you receive inconsistent information or contradictory information from Janelle Davis when you interviewed her?
We learned from Janelle that she does not specifically hang out with Jaylee and does not talk to him on a regular basis. What was your other question? What was your other question?
My question was, when you interviewed Janelle, did you find that her responses to the relationship that Jose told you about between Jay Lee and Janelle, she denied that relationship, correct?
I think he alluded to a very close friends.
And she said they were not at all.
She said Jose has close friends.
Okay. I want you to go down to the middle of the page down there.
They
I'll show
talk
you the line.
so slow, but
But you
then when
read
they
first, then I'm going to ask you a question. See where it says Janelle said?
Objection, Your Honor. Asked and answered. She has answered what Janelle said. Pursuant to Your Honor's direction, when we have the conference outside of the presence of the jury.
Well, let me ask you this. I took it that she was reading from something there. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's still parts of the conversation she had.
If there's additional part to it anyway, I'll give you an opportunity to. That's all right.
If you read from where it says Janelle said, just refresh your recollection if you need to.
I'll give you the opportunity to. Roll it off.
Before accordingly, just read that for me. Not out loud, just read it and I'll ask you some questions, okay? Then we can have an opportunity to read it.
Okay.
Didn't she read it already? Oh, he makes me so sick, y'all.
Okay.
I can't stand him.
And that's still continuing part of the interview with Janelle, correct? That part of that statement that I asked you to read, right?
Yes.
Okay. And summarizing, basically, Janelle informed y'all that not only had Jose misrepresented their relationship, he actually came out to her house and informed Janelle as to what the law enforcement officers were doing, correct?
She did tell us that he had came to her house after his interview.
And said what?
It's basically explained to her what kind of questions we were asking him. Sorry. Basically explained to her what kind of questions about Jaylee, his relationships.
In
Sexual.
fact, what it says is,
Objection, Your Honor, to what it says. He's testifying for the witness. This is a collateral issue. I think the point has been made, which, quite honestly,
I don't know what it says, so I can't,
I'll basically to sum it up. Janelle told y'all that Jose had come to her house after his interview and told her that they were asking about JV's relationship, sex partners, routines, friends, whereabouts, and contacts, correct? That's what Janelle told you, right? After his interview.
Yes, after his interview. He did
That
go to her
don't-
house and
that's
explain
not-
to her what we were asking him.
All right, thank you. Did you find yourself
That's
involved in this same
she told
report?
him
I
so-
believe you also investigated a lot of people early on. I mean, you had a lot of leads and things like that, right? I mean, people were calling
Yes, there were people calling. We were running multiple directions all at the same time.
all the time. You had an opportunity, did you not, to interview an individual by the name of Timberland Max, right? Next page. You remember him?
I don't know why.
It appears that OPD and Metro
Let me get me some
narcotics
water.
agents
Let me
were
put
interviewing
some-
Mathis.
Okay, he's got you down here as reporting officer. Were you present during that interview?
I'm not Shayla McGuire.
I'm sorry, excuse me. You're the proven officer. I'm sorry.
I approve her reports because she reported directly to me. Whoever's
I'm sorry.
supervisor approves their reports, so it follows a chain. So a
Understand.
lieutenant's report, I approve.
That's correct. I'm sorry. But you approved the report wherein Mr. Mathis was interviewed as well, correct?
I approved Lieutenant McGuire's report based on the information she was privy to, yes.
And did she provide that information to you individually, or is that something you just approved the report, typed it in, done with?
This I'll have to actually read and recall. I know at one point I did know about Dimblin Mathis. I was not there actually watching the interview. It appears that Lieutenant McGuire documented her viewing of the interview.
Okay, you were not present during the Mathis interview.
I'm not going to say I wasn't present. I was not in the room when they were interviewing him,
Okay.
and I'm not sure if I was watching it on the screen when they were interviewing him.
Do you remember? I mean, you were sitting outside
I
watching.
don't remember. I remember the name, TJ Mathis, because later we had to do other follow-up.
If you would, look at
Interviews
that
with
report. It sounds like you were involved in that part of the investigation, what you're telling us. You were watching on the screen. And look down about the middle of the page where it says Mathis seen, and read there from the remaining of the page.
You see how
Tell
he
me.
just twisted that?
Remember.
She said she don't think that she was at the station, but she didn't watch it.
I per se don't remember. Lieutenant McGuire would most likely do the best.
Yeah, right, that's
I mean,
what
I did approve this report.
I guess I want to clear this up. The conduct that's identified on this report,
Yes, sir.
that's her observations, not yours.
Absolutely.
All right,
Yes.
thank you.
That's not what you were saying at first, but she caught it. He's a mess.
Now, do you remember, you testified earlier that you decided to reach out to the previous roommates of Mr. Lee, correct?
We did reach out to Austin and Jamie,
Okay.
who were identified as Jaylee's roommates.
All
that
right.
Moved out in May.
Who were those two roommates that he had? They moved out in May, I believe, right? Sometime in May? All right. Did you interview both of those?
No, I talked to Austin on the phone, and I think Lieutenant McGuire actually spoke to Jamie.
Okay. As far as there was an individual by the name of Adams that I believe that you interviewed. Is that correct? One of the roommates?
I think that's Austin's last name. I'll have to confirm here.
Austin Adams. Is that his name?
I think so.
Okay. Do you remember what he told you about Jay Lee's routine and habits? You had hookups come over, we talked about hookups earlier, when he had hookups come over to his apartment. You remember independently, before you look at your report, what he told you?
Say that again.
Do you remember what Adams told you about what Jay Lee's routine and habit was, the things that he said about didn't occur when hookups, he brought hookups back to his place?
I mean, right off the top of my head, I remember
Okay.
without looking at the exact report.
I'll try to find it for you. Look on page 74 of your report, please, ma'am.
Okay, I think when I printed mine out, they printed out different figures.
Maybe 60, I'm sorry, 63.
What specific date?
I've got 7/14/2022. Is the identifying date and 800 hours at the top. It's a report of Shayla McGuire, but it references the fact that you made contact with Austin Adams by phone.
I did contact Austin by phone, and I do recall in her report she put that I put it on speakerphone.
I can't imagine.
Okay, I do recall that I contacted Adams. I called him back on, put him on speakerphone.
Girl, he done said some inappropriate stuff from the stand, I believe. She should have had everybody's report separated since she was going to be testifying for all of them. And normally, a lot of times they tell them, like, they don't tell them exactly what they're going to ask, but he was aware that this was going to happen. So I think the state should have made that be a part of, like, they should have worked that into. Because this looks bad. And all of this time wasted, they really have not said anything.
Captain, if you look at this, it just appears to be fair and accurate. Other than the yellow marking on there, fair and accurate report on that particular date, that particular page of the 133 cumulative report. That appear to be it.
Yes, I just need to skim through it.
Report of who?
It's Lieutenant McGuire's report.
I'm sorry, Judge. It's page 63 of 133, Judge. In the middle of that page, read that where that fairly and accurate is the phone interview that you had with the X-ray mate and Mr. Lee on the phone.
Yes, there's also a report about me somewhere. There's also a report.
I saw that said description, more description down there, but I don't have that report. You have that
I'm
report?
trying to.
But you can before we get to that, you
Okay.
can give the court the benefit of what Mr. Austin told you about.
I wouldn't have gave him
Jay's
nothing.
routine and habit,
You
was to
find
himself, and hookups would come to he'd bring him over to the apartment.
Objection if you're saying, Your Honor. Because again, at least the other witnesses, well, maybe her.
Hold up.
Ciao. Rebecca, is this how they run stuff? And have you been in any other courtrooms, or is this like this judge is 1 minute he's allowing stuff, then the next minute he's not allowing stuff, then the next minute he's gonna allow the first part of it. But he is kind of trying to pump the brakes on his defense attorney, right? He's mad because he won't let him like just run away. Like run off and, run over the court, but he still does not have control over the court, to me. And I think that, if they had to do it, they had to do it. This was a unaliving case at the time. They didn't have the body. But that's even more reason why the case may be longer, but because all of the other information that they have and all of the other evidence that they have clearly puts him there. They have him on video. Not unaliving him, but they have him on video running away from where he left the victim's car. They have the person who he flagged down and could be in jail right now for being an accessory to this crime. He had no idea. That was a good and you can tell that they know what it is because the defense didn't even cross-examine him.
All right,
So you can tell that they know. Oh, we better not ask him because he would, let me tell you, he was mad. He moved out of Mississippi because of this case. He said he went to start his.
So that the record be seen.
Like, I want to hear these arguments. These arguments have been good.
Basically, it start like this, Your Honor. Explained that it's in the black male and a Hispanic male frequented the apartment of Jay Lee. Also said that Hispanic is female and feminine, and from his description, we believe that to be Jose Reyes. No question about that. According to Austin, the black male
okay,
masculine
Rebecca.
call, he said that during the time
Because this judge
this
is.
black male frequented Jay Lee, had talked to Austin and said that he was in a relationship with someone that was very aggressive. Austin also said that he and Jay Lee shared a wall in their apartment because their bedrooms were on either side of the wall, and Jay Lee told Austin many times that if he knocked on the wall 2 times, it meant he needed help.
And that's what you're going to ask this witness to read.
Lord.
Austin said that a black male that frequented the apartment could be an aggressive person. Jay Lee described that the person Jay Lee described because Austin said it was about the same time.
And my objection, Your Honor, is twofold. One, I agree that Butler can be done in furtherance of the investigation, but even as Your Honor limited it to, not what someone said. Because it says in the Butler case, you can't go into detail. It'd be one thing if she was asked, did you learn of suspects? We learned of another black male, but you want her to read the entirety of Austin Adams' statement.
I'm gonna make my ruling. I'm gonna let the defense ask. I'm not gonna let the witness read this entire paragraph. I'll ask you. I'll say that had Austin, did he report to you that there had been that he was in a relationship with an aggressive black man?
Told him knock on the wall.
I'll let you ask that, but I'm not gonna let you read the whole thing.
Thank you.
The aggressive man could be your client.
Thank you, Your Honor.
In developing prospects, in the course of your investigation, in developing prospects or suspects, did you consider these? That would be the proper application of Butler, that in considering suspects in the course of your investigation, did you receive this information from Austin? Let's go through that again.
This is a mess. Why he just didn't call a guy in here and
When?
oh, for always, when the guy testified, the guy that he could have implicated in this crime, he drove the same route home every day. He knew how many people jogged in the morning. The defendant never jogged in the morning except that day. He said it was 7 people that jogged every day when he drove home from work. I was like, God damn. He ain't playing with y'all. It was 7 people. No, he wasn't one of them.
That particular report, and at the bottom of the paragraph, it made reference to the fact that something that you had more information than the report, correct?
Yes, Lieutenant
I'm
Clark.
gonna hand you D11 and tell me if that's the report. I believe it is that you were referencing.
Yes, I found mine.
So, yeah, you found yours, okay.
Yes.
So what we're talking about, better reflected in D11 than D10, right? Because that's a summary of somebody else's report.
Right.
Fair enough.
Yes, this is my report.
So my understanding is that you interviewed the roommate, and the roommate told you that there was an aggressive black male that would come over and come in with Jay Lee. Is that correct?
He said that somebody had come over and got aggressive with him, and that if any time in the future, if he heard him knock on the wall, that meant he needed help.
Right. Knock on the wall twice, that means he needed help, right? That's what he told you?
Yes.
Okay. The bottom of the report, he also indicated that, anyway, that's all I have with that particular.
She's like, I'm confused.
Okay, Captain. Exhibits 1, I believe.
They are so disorganized.
Were you present during the interview with Khalid Pierce, testified on the record? First interview was, I believe, the 11th, I believe.
The first interview where Lieutenant Carradine and I called him,
Right.
I was present. Well, yes, we put him on speakerphone.
Right. And did you ever interview him in person?
Yes, Lieutenant McGuire and I went to his house, his apartment one day.
Okay. And I want to ask you what's the
Is that the guy that he didn't cross?
D2.
Did he say Kazio?
No, this is D2 already.
That's
It
the
is
guy
page
he didn't
57
cross.
133. Keep
Yeah,
up to
it
page,
is. Very crazy.
It's D2, but the pages numbers on the report are 57 and 58 to 133. Would you look at D2 for me, please, ma'am? And answer whether or not that appears to be a report indicating the interview between you and you engaged in with Mr. Fears.
Yes.
Does it be fair and accurate? Does it appear to be fair and accurate as to what transpired in the interview in its entirety? Have you had opportunity to read the entire thing?
No, I haven't read the whole thing.
Please do if you don't mind. Just put it forward.
Okay.
I understand that everything that's going on here today, witness testimony is being live streamed. Make sure your witnesses aren't viewing the live stream. That would be a violation of the rule anyway. So everybody make sure that just because somebody's not sitting in the courtroom, that they're not watching this proceedings. Your Honor.
I've instructed our witnesses not to do
I
that.
just want to make sure, I'm gonna make sure both of you done that anyway. And reinforce it with them from time to time, okay?
She's got it. Oh, okay, she's got it. I didn't see it listed on
And gentlemen, Jerry, you may have noticed we've been playing musical chairs for court reporter because I think your fingers are getting tired. We're doing a lot of talking every day. We gotta rest your fingers from time to time anyway.
Your Honor, would you mind if we look at that exhibit?
Go ahead. I would encourage you to do so. And while y'all are looking, I'll be right back.
Oh. Oh. What? Oh my gosh. Oh my. He said, while y'all looking, I'll be right back. Y'all, like, I have never. Chat. Oh, wait. Did you? He said, and while y'all looking, I'll be right.
A lot of moving parts in this report. There's a lot of moving parts in this report. Yes.
All right. That's your report, is that correct?
It's Lieutenant McGuire's.
You were present during the interview of Caleb Fears?
Oh,
Khalid, yes.
Yeah, Khalid, I'm sorry.
Yes.
oh my
What I-
gosh.
And the content of this report, accurate, fair and accurate, is everything, I mean, it's true, is it accurate?
I don't think it's inaccurate. No, I'd accept it for the truth.
Recall the conversation that y'all had with Mr. Spears and the information that he provided to you.
Yes.
All right. When he told you that that Khalid explained that Jack was that he and JD used to hook up, meaning for sexual acts of favors with other males currently in the area. He told y'all that?
Yes, I took it to understand is they both use their app to get hookups for each of them themselves.
And Khalid explained to us that JD uses apps such as Jack, BOK.
Here he go again.
Now, in your report, you got Jack, in quotations, BOK, in quotation, and Grindr, in quotations. Or in this report, it's your report.
It's Lieutenant McGuire's report.
Man,
I'm sorry. Yeah, yes, I was present. Yes.
I don't think he did his research about why those apps were made.
About the apps they use? Yes.
All right.
Child.
Statement to the contrary will not be true with by Mr. Peters. If he said he didn't tell you that, that would not be true, would it?
I don't
mean,
think he
that's what he
did
told
his.
us. That's
I
the
don't think he
document.
did his due diligence.
Did he provide you any other information about, or he did provide you other information about Jay's routine and habit as to
Exactly.
who he liked to hang out with, things of that nature, right?
Shout out to the people
Like,
watching on Twitter.
you're talking about the sexual
Shout out to
contacts with
y'all.
heterosexual men that don't expose that they have those relationships. Yes,
He told you that, right?
yes.
Now I want to get you to Molly Bar.
So there's your
And,
client.
during the course of your investigation, you ended up going to Molly Bar. Did you not, Kathy?
I did. Oxford Police Department was having a briefing
The
out there.
Molly Bar. Wait,
First time you made it out to Molly Bar,
what is the Molly Bar?
if you recall what date that was. And you would tell us who you remember
that-
being there.
Lord, is the Molly Bar where they do Molly? Wait a minute. That's the first time I heard of
I
that.
remember going out to Molly Bar with a briefing with Oxford Police Department, so there were a lot of officers there. I'm sure that's the very first date. I have to confirm it.
What is the Molly Bar? They need to explain.
Would it have been on the same date that y'all located the vehicle at Bandit?
I don't know.
The vehicle that they got your client on tape.
I know
running
at
from?
Molly Bar Apartments, I had a conversation with a tow truck driver.
Also, it's the apartment building because I was getting ready to say the Molly Bar.
And could you tell me,
I've never.
correct me if I'm wrong, y'all did some searching out there, and according to one of the reports, y'all broke up into groups of 3 or 4 and looked around for evidence, correct, in that area?
If you're referring to, we broke up, like, to knock on the doors to kind of canvass the area for any witnesses or anybody that may have seen Jay Lee or other evidentiary items. Yes, we did that.
Okay. But correct me if I'm wrong, y'all put metal detectors out there, things of that nature?
I was not present
Not
during
present.
that day.
Was you there when that was successful?
I was not present when the metal detectors. I know Lieutenant Carradine, and I know Lieutenant Carradine was involved. I'm unsure Lieutenant McGuire may have been involved that day. I don't know. I was not there that day or something. I was not with them.
Okay, that would have been a different case, but the time you went out there, how many people searched, and was your first statement that y'all knocked on some
He
doors,
is
asked some people
trying
some
to
questions?
muddy the
you came across
waters
some
in
individuals
this
by the name of
case.
Kevin Cozart. I don't think, for me, I don't think that was the first time I was out there. I think it was the second time Lieutenant McGuire and I went back one evening, and it may have been the same day. I'd have to confirm.
Well, big report,
It's like
big
a long
file.
time ago. Yes.
But tell us about the contact with Kevin Cozart and what transpired out there when you talked to Mr. Cozart. How did it come to be that you talked to Mr. Cozart?
Okay, so I recall now, we went back out there to just like take more pictures of vehicles that were in the area to see if anything, I guess, was different. And we saw a couple of individuals that we knew from working on campus. We talked to them, and Lieutenant McGuire spoke to somebody as they were driving by, and I talked to the tow truck driver at that point. And the 2 individuals we knew from like working on campus, they told us Kevin Cozart lived out there, and we were familiar with Kevin Cozart because he works on campus. So we went to his door and knocked on his door and asked him could he explain basically the lifestyle that if you identify as a male and you present as a female to explain and help us understand that lifestyle. So,
That was your understanding, was it not? Clear up a little confusion here that you were asking Mr. Cozart, explain the lifestyle, basically,
He
man dressed up
didn't-
as a woman, right?
well,
lifestyle, well, that's what Jay Lee's doing.
a totality of the circumstances. We wanted to know also too, had he ever seen Jay Lee at those apartments? And he talked about, Kevin talked about, I think I wrote specifically in my report, his snarky mouth.
This is a mess. This is a mess, a mess, a mess, a mess. Judge Whitaker would never. Now, Judge Glanville, yeah. But Judge Whitaker would never. She let it go on until she caught it. But this is a mess, a mess, a mess. And I don't know how this trial got biased. I don't. But I didn't even see it here on YouTube. I saw it somewhere else, and it just like it caught my eye. I was like, wait a minute, what? Because they rearrested him because he was out on bail. But after they found that good old body, the judge locked him up and denied his bail, which I think was the right thing to do. He's not sitting over there as confident as he was before. Let me see if I can fast forward through some of this. Let me see. It's not supposed to be shown on the bottom, but it is. When I fast forward, do I have it locked? Yeah. Oh, here they come. And this judge keep allowing. I'm gonna allow you to ask that, but but it gets into areas that he shouldn't be asking about.
It's not your fault. I can't hear you. I can hear these other folks anyway, and you're doing your best. It's just not.
I'm trying not to have the jury here.
I understand. So you're not putting the jury back in.
Your Honor,
I wanna
get started.
What now?
Get started. This young lady's doing a fine job. She's doing what she can do, what she's trying to case. She looked to the jury and apologized to the jury. I don't think we need any of that type of conduct. Told the jury she was so sorry. We don't need any type of that type of stuff.
I didn't see that. But
Well,
the jury ain't there from this point forward anyway.
Your Honor, I accidentally hit him with my pen when we were at the bench, and I said sorry to him. But I never did that. Never did that.
I'm just going. We just won't talk to the jury anyway. All right, go ahead and tell me. I don't know what the contents of this report is. That's one thing about being a judge. I find out when the jury finds out, or sometimes before. But what is the controversy at this point?
Your Honor, the controversy is my original objection, actually when I came to the bench, was I thought they were trying to get into character of the victim. But then when he stated what he was trying to get into, it was just to establish that people at Molly Bar knew Jay Lee, which he already said that Kevin Kozar, that people were familiar with Jay Lee. That's already been testified to. Now you're trying to get into what they said. But if you actually get into what they said, Kevin Kozar and the other two people who work at the school that they interviewed there, other one person, they said they didn't know that Jay Lee knew anybody at Molly Bar, and they also said that they only knew Jay in a professional capacity. So they don't actually say that. So now my objection has changed into that he is trying to mislead the jury, to imply, because he said he was up there, to make it seem like, oh, Jay had no reason to be there.
Let me hear the source of any information that I assume that, I understand from the defense, they're trying to elicit information, to present information to the jury that it would not be unusual for Jay Lee's car or Jay Lee to be at Molly Bar apartment. Would that be correct?
No, yes, but I'm not saying it'd be unusual or not unusual. We're saying that during the course of their investigation, this officer, she was answering the question. I didn't elicit it from her, that she came across Kevin Kozar. She knew Kevin Kozar. He lived out there. Kevin Kozar knew Jay Lee. They were in a group together called Code Pink that I hadn't gotten to yet, and that's how they knew each other. Kozar knew Jay Lee. Jay Lee knew Kozar, and they were in a group together called Code Pink, and they had a relationship. He knew him and knew him well. Establish whether or not Kevin Kozar says he never came to the apartment or not, that's beside the point.
I don't know what the relevance, unless Kozar is going to say that it's not unusual for Jay Lee to be at these apartments or Jay Lee to Carr to be at this apartment complex. I don't know the relevance of who he might have known at those apartments.
Because Your Honor, he didn't know. Those witnesses say they've never seen him there, and he has no reason. They don't know he knows anyone there, so there is no relevance.
What witnesses
I will say this.
I haven't put any witnesses on to say that. What witnesses is she referencing to saying that they don't know him? Kevin, Carter, Kozar. He's trying to establish his car was found at Molly Bar. He knew somebody out there and had a relationship with that person. Your Honor, that's relevant.
I'm going to let you. I can see it be relevant that
What kind of relationship is the question?
Jay Lee, whether he had a friend at that apartment complex, would be relevant. I don't see we need to go around the world to get there. But I'm going to let you ask this officer.
That's all I was trying to establish, Your Honor.
Right.
No, but you keep
I'm
saying
gonna let you
relationship
establish
like they were in a relationship, sir. Nobody's dumb.
At least one person there at the apartment complex was an associate of Jay Lee. If somebody came to my, if somebody's car was found across the road from my house anyway, well, you know the guy lives there. That's
Saying this is one of the individuals they interviewed who said they knew Jay Lee. He lived at the apartment complex.
Yeah, but let's
I don't have an objection to
let's
that.
get back to the very simple facts of that anyway. Go ahead.
Your Honor, I don't have an objection to that he knew someone at the apartment complex. I have an objection to the misleading way in which he's saying it. Because when we go to the bench, he changes when he comes back here.
Judge, I asked the lady the question how
Let me
I've never asked her another question.
Let me speak a little while. I'm going to let you ask the question is, did you interview Mr. Kozar? Did Mr. Kozar and did Mr. Kozar indicate that he knew and had associations with Mr. J. Lee? Was
No,
somebody
he
that
wants
knew
to
that
say
part?
relationship
And then we'll move on.
because it does
All right.
make a
I think
difference.
that's relevant information. Go ahead. Yeah.
Lord, he want to play on words. That's jacked up.
Bear with us. I told you to be delayed. Blame them on me. I tell you what most people think. Most everything you've heard here for the last 2 days, I'm hearing it at the same time you are for the first time. And it's hard for me to make rulings on objections till I know what's going to be said. And so that's part of the reason for the delay. I've got to figure out what they're arguing about before I can make a decision. And that's just the way it is. Some cases we've had knockdown, drag out fights beforehand about specific evidentiary issues. But this one, I'm hearing it for the first time like you are anyway. So you may proceed along with court instructions.
Thank you. Captain, you were talking about in your report that you identified Mr. Kozart, you knew him and all that kind of stuff. Were you able to establish that Mr. Kozart and Jay Lee knew each other?
He was familiar with other LGBTQI students on campus, yes.
And they were actually in a group together called Code Pink.
I'm not sure about being in a group together called Code Pink. He did say, he gave us the name of some other individuals. One was an individual who was the organizer of Code Pink, and to my understanding, Code Pink is a...
He was familiar with the fact that Jay Lee was in Code Pink.
Yes,
That's how he knew. He
Yes,
was in apartment
because-
23 at Molly Bar, correct?
This says apartment 22.
22?
Yes.
Okay. Now, you indicated that y'all knocked on some doors. Do you remember how many, were there apartments there that y'all knocked on that you didn't get a response to on the first time that you went?
The first time, I think that maybe in one of Lieutenant Carradine Jones or McGuire's reports.
And did
I
you-
was there. I was not actively walking around with each individual officer. I was on scene.
Right, I understand. But when they got back together, there were some apartments that people weren't at home. And I think there's a report indicating that they were like talked to 4 people or 5 people in the apartment, but the remainder of the people in the apartments either at work or were not at home. Is that a fair statement?
Yes, I would think it would be fair to say there were people not at home during that time.
Right. Okay. Do you know whether or not any search warrants or any consent to searches were ever effected on any apartment at Molly Bar Park?
I'm not sure. Again, Sergeant Douglas or either officer, police department officers.
Go ahead, Doug. Would I missed one? Eli Davis. Did you talk to Eli Davis out there?
I did.
You did. Look at page 39 of the report, please. Correct me if I'm wrong.
This is my report on July 11th. We stopped and spoke with
I'm just trying to establish again.
Eli and Isabel.
Excuse me.
We stopped and spoke with Eli and Isabel. The partner.
Isabel Teller, right?
Yes.
At Molly Bar Trails.
Yes.
Were you able to establish whether or not Eli and Isabel Teller had a relationship or knew Jay Lee?
Eli said he was friends with Jay Lee on like social media apps, and he said he'd never seen him in that area. I spoke. Okay.
But you were able to determine that basically that he knew enough about him, he had a report due that week or something like that. They were at least friends on Facebook, correct?
Yeah, they were friends on social media, and he believed Dr. Buford. Yes, he had a project due.
So it was not based on your investigation, based on what you, after your interviews with certain people involving Jay Lee's habits, his conduct, things of that nature. It was not unusual for Jay Lee to have hookups with strangers, fair enough?
I don't know how long of a time frame you want to call a stranger. I don't get, you know what I'm saying?
People that he didn't know very well.
Objection, speculation.
I sustain the objection.
I withdraw the question.
All right. I'm giving you lots of little big breaks. You want another break? All right, I saw a lot of head shaking nose. I'm taking your word for it anyway. I appreciate that.
So we're gonna go ahead and
I'll give y'all.
Can I?
I'm going to witness break too. She's been here for 2 hours.
so they're gonna
I'm gonna
redirect
take a break. You want to stay right
and listen, we've been here. They're gonna redirect and we've been here 2 hours, too long. So hold on a minute. So they're, like I said, they're gonna redirect. We've been here 2 hours too long, so I'm gonna pick this redirect up at a different time. When I can. Yeah, because we've been here 2 hours too long. And as I said, I'm working on some other things that once I get through it, I'm working on a lot of, reeling me back into where, I was, prior to this and growing. And like I said, once I'm done with my things, I will definitely be sharing. Right now I'm not sharing on YouTube, and I have not made my Instagram for this public yet because I'm still working. I have to do work before I can. But no, it's all positive and moving in a positive direction, and because that's where I was. Letting go of anything. And I just would like to say to anybody that's watching, if you were a mod over here and you don't have a wrench anymore, please do not contact Child Diggy. She did not take your wrench. If you don't have your wrench, I took the wrench, and I haven't spoken with Child Diggy. She was here the other day, but from what I understand, she's going through some things of her own. And me and Child Diggy are still cool, but she's not been around lately anywhere. So anybody else that likes to watch from the bushes, if you were a mod, had a wrench, Child Diggy, please don't ask Child Diggy because she doesn't know anything about it. She still has a wrench here, but she doesn't know about the wrenches that I have taken. So I took them. She can't even really tell you why. But so I just wanted to put that out there. Shout out to Child Diggy. I see that you read up last week, girl, and hopefully you will whenever you feel like, and you finish going through what you're going through in your own life, or however it go, your wrench still works. But to anybody else, I know she was the mod captain here on the channel. She has been going through her own stuff, and so yeah, there are a couple wrenches that were removed, and I removed them. She has no clue. I have not spoken to Child Diggy in about 2 weeks or so, but no, she has nothing to do with it. Okay, so I know I said see her if you don't have a wrench before, or if you had any mod business, but being that she's not actively modding right now, she has nothing to do, and nobody else has anything to do with anybody that does not have a wrench any longer on this channel. I just wanted to put that out there. Shout out to you, Child Diggy, and I hope you're getting through whatever you're getting through. And also, I would like to let it be known that I'm no longer supporting people that don't support me. I do a lot of supporting because I want to, because I believe, and I'm hoping that we can support. I can really, find people that really, really want to support, not because of someone else or because of it just doesn't work like that. You have to form your own relationships. People can't move in groups, because it sometimes it just doesn't work. But I am in a positive group right now. It has nothing to do with YouTube, nothing to do with Instagram, nothing to do with any of that. But it is a very positive environment where you do a lot of work on yourself. Like I said, a lot of reading. I have to read a book a week. And it's not mandatory, but if I'm holding myself accountable for, doing all of the actions that they, set forth in the program, then I'm going to do my part because I'm actually learning a lot. So I just wanted to put that out there, just in case anybody is asking Chadiggy why they don't have a wrench. She has no clue. I haven't spoken to her. I just wanted to put that out there. And so to all the weirdos in the bushes, I just wanted to put that out there because I have some people that mod but they be in the bushes. It's confusing to me. I mean, I know that no one normally comes in and says I'm in the bushes, so but I'm here. I'm in the bushes, and that's fine. But I have some people in the bushes that's a little weird. And yeah, like it's a little weird. Like Survivor Speaks is not slow, and people should not assume anything. I've been dealing and taking care of my mother for those that care to know and care to find out. My mother, I almost lost my mother. So that's first and foremost before anything. It has nothing to do with YouTube, anybody on YouTube. I don't like moving in circles like that, and that's why I'm getting back to me. So I just wanted to put that out there. So if any mod doesn't have a wrench, please do not bug Chadiggy because she doesn't even know what's going on with Survivor Speaks or in wrenches, in modding. She is not modded on this channel. She came by for the birthday celebration just like everybody else did, but she's going through her own little thing. So please, y'all can bug her about everything else. Don't bug her about Survivor Speaks. I don't know if she's modding on other channels right now because I don't be looking for that. Like my mother comes first, and and then, like I said, I'm working on something else. So everything else is foolish and frivolous, and that's all that I'm going to say about that. Thank y'all so much for coming. Thank you always for being here. Rebecca, Nessa, thank you for holding it down in the chat for always. Thank you for always coming through. Gimme Mo, thank you for coming through, renewing your membership. I thoroughly appreciate you. I want to thank the 2 people that gave me the thumbs down. It counts as engagement. Thank you, and everybody else that gave a thumbs up. Thank you to all of the people watching over on Twitter. I'm going to end the show as I always do, bringing awareness that men get breast cancer too, and due to the stigma that surrounds the word breast, we have changed the word to peck and or chest cancer here on the Survivor Speaks channel. And so let's continue to break the stigma and bring awareness that men do get breast cancer. And to my ladies, please make sure you're getting your mammograms, filling on your boobies to make sure that you are all right. All right. And don't you dare let anyone come into your house and disturb the peace that passes all understanding. You too, Rebecca. I'm going to try to come back sooner than later, but girl, I have I'm preparing, for my mother to come home, and I want to do it sooner than later, but we're waiting for some things to be delivered that my uncle he had to, So I'm waiting for that, and then just to make sure that, she comes home to the queendom like the queen that she is, okay? And I thank you all, like I said, for reaching out, for the kind words, and all of that. Thank you so much, and I love you all, and I'll see you guys in the next upload. I'll try to schedule it far in advance before I go ahead and go live. And anybody that that I support, Cat Not Williams, make sure you're going over there subbing up to Cat Not Williams, going over there sub on up to Flesh of the Gods. Let's see who else. No one. No, if you want music to put behind your video, go on ahead and sub up to No One. You can reach out to him directly and work that on out with him. I just have to get his song uploaded on here again, the music that he made for my video up here. I'll upload it over here again, because the guy that helped me set this up to see if it was going to finally work, when it just overrid everything that was here. So I think we do have a solution. I was able to get through the live. I thought we was going to have to stop and restart, but we didn't. So I want to thank you all. And as I stated, I will see you in the next live, or I am going to be uploading a video. Watch out for that. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out. Peace. Survivor Speaks is the name at the end of the day. People love me or hate me, I don't care either way. Breast cancer busted through like a leaf in the night. The cancer's ass was knocked out before the end of the fight. A champ for y'all, coming through, knocking everything out. It's just hard if you see, I do nothing for clout. Just like cancer, I'll let nothing take me out. So be respectful when you step foot inside of my house. Or prepare to have your ass escorted on out. So hop up out the bushes, wipe your feet, take a seat, and get comfortable and chill with your girl. Survivor Speaks, yeah. Hey, hey, hey. Who, what? I'm Survivor Speak. What time is it? What time is it? It's time for you to hit that like and subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so you get a notification each and every time that I go live. Yeah, it's Survivor Speaks and it's showtime, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being here. Peace, peace, peace. This video is being shown to you under Section 107.